Welcome to a Taste of Oktoberfest presented by Snyder's. I'm your host, Alan Cayenne. Today we're going to go visit Chef D at his studio kitchen to make some tasty Oktoberfest food. Special thanks to Hefner Toyota for providing me with this awesome ride to get me there in style. All right, let's go. Hey, it's Alan Cayenne from Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest. I'm here with Chef D and this amazing studio kitchen, Chef.
Well, Alan, welcome to the studio kitchen. This is kind of where we hold a whole bunch of different events, and a lot of them are for charity. And we've done race running for Ronald McDonald House. 4 other chefs and I kind of took over, and we raised $15,000 for them.
Wow.
That was a really cool night.
Yeah.
And then we've done stuff for the Women's Crisis Center, Camp Out for Cancer, and all that. And we filmed our show here.
Yeah.
A couple of seasons of At Home with Chef D, and that. So it's been great to be kind of right here, and everything's right here.
Awesome, yeah.
There's no
great.
lugging.
No, it's perfect. So what are we making today?
So we're making a cheddar and beer dip, right? What does it say Oktoberfest and this, right? So I have our pan. Now this is a carbon pan, and it's really light. You can just feel how light that is.
Oh, yeah.
And the heat's gonna travel through it pretty quickly. I just love using these pans. You just have to, you just again season them, and they're great pans, and they're very inexpensive.
Okay, yeah, I've
they're
never
kind
heard
of
of one before.
They're kind of making a comeback. A lot of people don't want to have the non-stick pans, and this is once you get it seasoned, lots of it becomes that, right? Oh, what am I doing here with this?
I was like, what did you just put in there? I don't know what that is.
It's ghee.
Okay.
And ghee is clarified butter.
All right.
So they take all the milk solids out of the butter. Okay, now you have to think back, and because I'm a few years older than you are.
Okay.
And back in my day, we used to have, the chef would say, I want you to clarify off 12 pounds of butter, right? So you get the whole brick of butter, and you bring it up to a small boil, and then you start taking all the milk solids off it.
Oh.
But then you get sidetracked, right?
Yeah.
And then the butter burns, and then you have to go back to your chef and go, I burnt the butter, right? So this takes
They've
all
done
that
it all for
right,
you.
all for
Okay.
you. Shelf stable. You can buy it at any grocery store now, and you can just see in it, and you'll smell. It smells very caramelized, caramely. And then, so we're warming that up. You want it warm. Then we're going to add our onions.
Okay.
And then I have some fresh Ontario garlic, and I got my little cheese grater again, and we're going to grate our garlic into this.
That's such a time saver. I've been
Right.
mincing my garlic with a knife.
Right, and you just have to be careful as you get closer that you don't want to take, a piece of your finger off. Yeah, so we're just kind of go like so, and you can just start seeing it coming out. Again, when you're sauteing garlic, and especially when it's in a pan like this that's very hot, you want to put your onions in first, because if you put the garlic in first, it really does have a great chance of burning.
That's a great tip.
And there's many things worse, but burnt garlic is not a good thing. So.
I love the smell of the onions and the garlic sauteing.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to let this saute down for about, it's going to probably take 3 to 5 minutes of real actual time, okay?
Okay.
And we put in a whole onion, and again, you can put in the leek, you could put in white onion, Spanish onion, whatever onion you have in your pantry, just use it, It doesn't have to be anything special. And what you're going to do is we're going to reduce it down. We're actually going to caramelize it. So the sugars are going to come out. It's going to be becoming a lot darker. And that'll take about 5 minutes.
Okay.
As you were mentioning earlier, you get a lot of the nice flavor of the garlic and onion.
Yeah.
But you can start seeing now that your onion's becoming translucent. That's kind of what we're looking for. Is you're going to see how it's going from white to almost clear.
Yeah.
So we're getting there, and then it's going to start browning up a little bit when our caramelization. So again, we're probably about a good 2.5 minutes away. So just nice how it kind of flows together.
Yeah. All right. Nice to know what to look for.
So as it,
Fancy.
okay, a little trick of how to do this, right?
All right.
You're going to take a cold pan. Someone like, we got a few of them down here. Of course, you can't grab one when you want one. And so what you're going to do is just take it, put some dry macaroni in it, like not cooked or anything.
All right.
And you're just going to practice down and back, down and back, down and back, and you're going to get it, right?
Oh, I'm
so
going to look like a pro.
So the next dinner party you have, you're going to be able to do that. So then you're going to,
Oh, yeah. I like that. I'm going to practice that, and I'm going to look like a pro.
and you can say, hey, Chef D taught me something.
Yeah.
Okay, so now our onions, you can start seeing they're starting to caramelize, they're starting to get browner, right? Now I'm going to add, I'm using some Waterloo Brewery lager. You can use whatever beer you like, okay? So.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to let that reduce down, and this will probably take about 20 minutes, right? In TV time, we happen to have one done already.
Magic.
Alan was here early. So again, I went a little bit darker on these, just to show that you can do light, dark, wherever you want to go with it. Okay, so now comes the important part. Like this is, the start of something really good, okay? Now, we have 3 different cheeses that we have, okay?
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
Okay, so we have some brie,
Okay.
right? We have some aged cheddar. We have some, which is an Old Sharp, which is a blend of cheddar and 35% cream, so it melts really nicely for you. Ooh. Then I have some friends of mine, Bothwell Cheese. They do this really great non-GMO cheese. This is an aged cheddar. So I'm going to put the aged cheddar in.
Okay.
Right? We're going to cut up the brie. And this doesn't have to be the really fancy, triple cream. This can just be like a double cream brie.
Okay.
If you want to do the triple cream, go for it.
I mean.
Right?
Why not?
And then for the crowd out there that knows me, knows how much I love mascarpone cheese. And mascarpone cheese is Italian cooking, a very big staple in it, like if you're making tiramisu, in that. Sometimes in pasta sauces, you'll get a little bit of mascarpone cheese in it. So we're going to add a little bit of mascarpone cheese. You might want to have a glass of red wine when we're having this, okay?
All right.
Just to cut the fat a little bit. 45% fat is in here. Yeah.
That's going to be nice and creamy.
Right, 100%. And then we're going to add a little bit of sour cream. Now I'm going to use most of it, so I'm not going to switch spatulas, but at home if you want, just use a different spatula. Because the crew's hungry, I know.
Yeah. Wow, for this? Oh, yeah.
Right? So take this. That'll go into recycling in a minute. I'm going to reach across to you, sorry, sir.
Of course.
We're going to take our reduced down beer and onions and just smell that.
Oh, yeah. That's the stuff right there. That's
right.
amazing.
Right. We need to come up with smell-o-vision, and I think we'll be really, right?
Oh, yeah. I wish all of you could smell what I just smelled because it was heavenly.
Food processors are great things, Normally, if you were in the studio kitchen, you see all the speakers around. I'd have the music on really loud right about now.
Yeah.
Offset this. A little Bruce Springsteen and cooking is always a good thing.
Nice. Now, at home, if they don't have a food processor, what could they use?
You could just chop it up. Again, you could even melt your cheeses in. What I'm doing here is, and this is the reason why I'm doing it in the food processor, is now you can take this and put this in the freezer and bring it out when you want to use it, right? You can heat it up in a microwave if you have one, or you can heat it up in the pan, right? And that's, again, just time saving. A lot of times when people are thinking dinner parties, they tend to think, oh, this is so much work, right?
Yeah.
But if you made this 2 days before, you have your entree, you maybe make that the day of, you can actually have time with your guests, So.
And that's key. You don't want to be stuck in the kitchen the whole time, missing
100%.
out on all the jokes.
Right, 100%. You know where the spoons are?
Yes. Do we want the big ones?
Yeah, I'm sure you want a big one. I really don't think you're going to just want. Okay, so I want you to taste this.
All right.
Now.
I'll give you a spoon there. Oh, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're tasting it like that. Now, I'm going to warm this up just a little bit. I'm just going to move this away for a second. We'll let that come back. Just gonna quickly warm this up. You're just gonna see how it melts nicely. So we've heated it up, it's all melted now. Now I want you to give it a whirl.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh. That's so good. But I feel like we should have something to dip into it instead of a spoon.
Hey David, we need a pretzel.
Here you go, Chef D. Hot out of the oven.
Oh, look at that. Magic.
No, there you go.
Okay. Yeah. That's what was missing. That's amazing.
Grainharvest pretzel, cheddar beer dip, doesn't get much better than that.
No, this is heaven. This is great. Oh, this is something you can make at home and enjoy yourself for sure.
Thanks so much for coming to the Studio Kitchen.
Oh, thanks, Chef. I just love coming here. Every time I get some delicious food and some tips and advice. I'm going to practice that pan flip at home. Hope you guys have learned something here, and you can make this anytime. It doesn't have to be Oktoberfest. It's never a bad time for cheddar beer dip and some pretzels. Like, Grainharvest is open all the time. You can go and get them there. And hope you had fun. Prost! Thanks for watching A Taste of Oktoberfest presented by Snyder's and proudly sponsored by Hefner Toyota. Also, huge thank you to Chef D for that awesome food today. Check out Oktoberfest.ca for more videos like this one and for all your Oktoberfest info. Auf Wiedersehen!